Good day everyone, I'm Remelyn Bucoy from BSed English 1B. So for today's video, we were going to define the different terms that Ma'am Elenita had given to us. So to start with the word of linguistics. So linguistics is the systematic study of structure and evolution of the human language. And it is applicable to every aspect of human endeavor. The study of the English language is an also example of linguistics. Secondly is the language. Language is the method of communication that involves the use of human languages. The scientific study of language is called linguistics. So, grammar. Grammar is the system of a language. People sometimes describe grammar as the rules of a language, but in fact, no language has rules. If we use the word rules, we suggest that somebody created the rules first and then spoke the language, like a new game. But language did not start like that. Next, lexicon. Lexicon is an alphabetical list of the words in a language or the words associated with a particular subject. Next is the phonimes. So in linguistics, a phonimes is the smallest sound unit in a language that is capable of conveying a distinct meaning, such as the S of sing and the R of ring. Next is the morphemes. In linguistics, morphemes are the smallest meaningful units in a language and are the used to build words' meanings as well as their structure. Morphemes, like prefixes, suffixes, and base words, are defined as the smallest meaningful units of meaning. Morphemes are important for phonics in both reading and spelling, as well as in vocabulary and comprehension. Lexeme. In linguistics, lexeme is the fundamental unit of the lexicon, or word stack of a language, also known as the lexical unit, lexical item, or lexical word. In corpus linguistics, lexemes are commonly referred to as lemmas. Next is the syntax. Syntax is the study of a sentence structure and how sentence structure interacts with other dimensions of linguistics information such as phonology, morphology, semantics, and pragmatics. So, syntax. Syntax is the arrangement of words in sentences, clauses, and phrases, and the study of the formation of sentences and the relationship of their component parts. Next is the context. In communication and composition, context refers to the words and sentences that surround any part of a discourse and that helps to determine its meaning. Sometimes it's also called a linguistic context. Next is the phonology. Phonology is the study of the sound patterns that occur within languages. Some linguists include phonetics, the study of the production and description of speech sounds within the study of phonology. So, next is the phonemics. In linguistics, phonemics is the study of the phonemes and phonemic system of a language. For linguists who analyze phonological systems wholly in terms of the phoneme, phonemics is coextensive with phonology. Next is the morphology. Morphology is the study of the internal structure of words and forms, a core part of linguistic study today. So learning about these meaningful relationships between words, including how they sound, how they are spelled, and what their morphological structure is, it can contribute to our vocabulary knowledge as well as the reading comprehension. Next is the syntax. Syntax is one of the branch of linguistics that is concerned with the study of the structure of a sentence and ordering of its elements. So the word semantics is the area of linguistics that analyzes the meaning of words, phrases, and sentences in a language. The study of semantics includes the study of how meaning is constructed, interpreted, clarified, obscured, illustrated, simplified, negotiated, and contradicted or paraphrased. Next is the pragmatics. In linguistics and philosophy, pragmatics is the study of the use of natural language in a communication. More generally, the study of the relations between the language and the users. So the word macro skills refers to the primary, key, main, and larger skill set relative to a particular context. It is commonly referred to in English language. The four macro skills are reading, listening, writing, and speaking. You have to perfect them in order to use your English language properly. So in micro skill, a language micro skill is a language skill that is not a language macro skill. It is not reading, speaking, writing, nor listening. Language micro skills can be a component of one or more macro skills. For example, spelling is a component of writing and reading. Pronunciation is a component of speaking. Whereas micro skills encompass of attending, behavior, questioning, responding, noting, and reflecting, client observation, focusing, and influencing. The term communicative competence refers to both the tacit knowledge of language and the ability to use it effectively. It is also called communication competence, and it is the key to social acceptance. So, for example, here is a competent communicator will engage in turn-taking when in conversations instead of interrupting. A competent communicator would know when it is appropriate to ask questions to further the conversation and read nonverbal cues or feedback from the receiver to know when the conversation is over. Here comes the competence. Competence, the unconscious idealized knowledge that native speakers have of their language. Performance, the actual use of that language by its native speakers, and that is the communicative performance. So, in most cases, the term native language refers to the language that a person acquires in early childhood because of its spoken in the family, or it is the language of the region where the child lives. And it is also known as the mother tongue, first language, or arterial language. Next is the mother tongue. Mother tongue refers to the first language learned at home in childhood and still understood by the person at the time the data was collected. If the person no longer understands the first language learned, probably the mother tongue is the second language learned. Next is the foreign language. Foreign language, or the learning or second language acquisition, is the process by which people learn languages in addition to their native languages. Next is the pidgin. In linguistics, the pidgin is a simplified form of speech formed out of one or more existing languages and used as a lingua franca by people who have no other language in common, also known as pidgin language or auxiliary language. Next is the Creole. Creole is a type of natural language that developed historically from a pidgin and came into existence at a fairly precise point in time. English Creoles are spoken by some of the people in Jamaica, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, and the parts of Georgia and South Carolina. Lastly, the dialect. Dialect is entirely different words or ways of communicating altogether. Dialect goes beyond mere pronunciation.